Alright guys, welcome back. My name is Joe. I run a mobile food trailer that has generated over $100,000 in 10 months. Today is the second day of June, and what I wanted to do was a quick look back on the month of May. Now, May has been very interesting. If I could, I guess, summarize it in one word, it would be breaking. Everything broke. So what I want to do is quickly dive into how the month of May went. You're going to hear some numbers here, but we're not going to do a full breakdown. I'm going to save that for another video. So let's get straight into it. So the month of May, we actually achieved our biggest month ever, $25,000 in 1 month, which is utterly insane. A lot of work to get there, I guess it sort of feels like as things are progressing in the business, there's a lot more, wear and tear, right? Like obviously the trailer's going out every day, the equipment's being used every day, and in that case, equipment is breaking. So let's start with what actually broke. And would you believe this all happened over the space of about 3 weeks in May? We had our generator fry, 3 of our fryers. At first, we weren't sure if it was the actual fryer itself or the generator. Then the generator worked fine. I had it tested for a little while. Basically the boys took it out on a day, plugged a different fryer into it. It cooked that fryer. They weren't sure what was going on. They just instinctively plugged the third fryer into this generator and cooked that one too. So I was like, no more of this generator. That generator's done. We were quite fortunate because obviously now we're sort of getting bigger and bigger, but it takes time to get there. And we were really, really fortunate to be gifted this generator. Obviously it's an older generator, and in turn, it's cooked some of our equipment. So we've put that to the side for now. I probably will get it serviced and just use it as like a spare down the track. But what that has enabled us, pushed us to do is to buy a new generator. This is one that we got from Trade Tools. It's a 7,000 kVA for $1,800. And it comes with 1 year warranty, right? And so this generator can power our whole trailer. And it just meant that we were planning on getting a generator anyway, but it's just pulled that timeline a bit forward. And then luckily my fryers were under warranty. So we've dropped them off. They're being fixed currently. But we did need a replacement in the time being, and we were planning on getting another deep fryer anyway. So that again has pulled the timeline forward on that. We were hoping to do it in the month of June, but unfortunately we had to pull it earlier. On top of all that breaking, our fridge and our freezer went in our trailer. The startup motor wasn't working. Now, luckily, I had picked up another, I'm not sure if you can hear it going now, I've got another powered esky. And so that's allowed us to continue operating. And luckily the fridge wasn't out for too long anyway. Luckily we had all this equipment that we could keep operating. And then my clutch in my car went too. So I live on top of a mountain. I'm driving up and down the mountain every single day. Obviously wear and tear over time, has caused it to do that. And so, a month of braking. Interesting. So luckily though, when we look at the wins for this month, we actually absorbed all of those hits without having to dip into our business savings, which I think is pretty incredible. Obviously we don't want to be taking those hits, right? Because ultimately it comes out of what I would be earning as an owner. I'm going to do a full breakdown of what I took out of that month, but it wasn't a lot. Maybe like 300 a week. It wasn't really that much at all. But in saying that, the business proved resilient to breakdowns. The team have now seen things go wrong. they're adaptable, they're able to just operate. Like the day that my car broke down, I was on my way back to work after picking up my daughter, and the trailer was operating, and I just wasn't able to be there. So we could still keep going, which is really a really weird feeling to have, because 6 months ago, I was the business. If I was not there, then the business was not going. So it's a nice, refreshing feeling, and I'm really proud to be here right now. So yeah. Now, when it comes to buying all these equipments, right? The reason why we're looking at we were going to buy it this month, but we pulled it forward, is because there's a few things that we're working on for the month of June. The first one and the most important thing for me is we're trying to get a marquee up and running to go to markets, and we're definitely toying the idea of putting the marquee at private events. So I'm in discussion with the council at the moment. It's a bit challenging. Their definition of catering is, I guess, different to how I'm interpreting the legislation, and I'm trying to get my head around it and figure out how we navigate that space. So bear with me on that. That'll probably be another video down the track once I get the ball over the line. But we wanted to get all these equipment, each of these equipments anyway, so we can go and put the marquee at other places. So there was a timeline for buying that equipment. It's now been pulled forward, and pretty much now all we need to run a marquee is the license and the actual marquee itself. Everything else we now have. So it's good for the boys because it means that Dustin, one of my seniors, he's looking for more hours, and this is a really good opportunity for me to bring him in a bit closer, because I don't want to lose him. He's a really good worker. So the marquee rollout is a huge priority for me. The other thing that we have coming up, and I'm actually really excited for this one, June 18th, 2025 is when we actually open to the public. So 1 year from that is going to be June 17th, which is going to align as close as we can to the Wednesday that we opened at the IGA here on Tamborine Mountain. I really want to do a big giveaway, right? Just to give back to the community that have been supporting us so much. And so we're going to be giving away 100 free single classic burgers. And yeah, I've seen these people every single week for the last year. They've seen us struggle, they've seen us grow. And it's not like I'm just cooking burgers and then I'm sending them off on their way. I talk to every single one of these people that come up while I'm cooking. I'm asking what they're up to, what they do for work. I'm actually so involved with these people's lives, and I remember every single person that comes up to us. So yeah, I want to give back to these people who have been supporting us. And what we're going to do is, I'm not good at social media. I know that I'm not good at social media. As you can tell, there's a lot of things moving right now, and I don't really have the time to learn social media. And so we've onboarded Kat, who has been, I guess, our on and off photographer. She's just been able to come down whenever she can. We'll give her a feed and she takes some good photos. But I've said to her, I'd really like you to be a part of what we're doing. So, we're just a very small agreement at the moment where we've given her access to our social media. She's coming by once a week. She's doing photos, posting just for a couple of hours a week. But she's helping me steer this 1 year event that we're doing, with the intention that we want to try and grow our social media as well, because as I post to community pages, I find that I might get a small amount of engagement, and it's not really enough. And that's where we kind of lean back on, you have to be repetitive, you have to always show up, because these people probably aren't seeing our posts, it's just repetitive. And so yeah, our goal is to get 1,000 followers on Instagram, and then that way they're seeing what we're posting, and hopefully it's a bit more engaging for people and helping us drive our goals, our daily goals and our weekly goals too. And then, yeah, the other thing that we were able to do, we did in the month of May, was we actually went to an entrepreneur scenic rim, what do you call it? Like a meet and greet with other entrepreneurs, networking. And there I met people running social media, and I'm really excited to reach out to her. She essentially teaches you, she figures out where you want to go and guides you, but doesn't do it for you. And that's really good for Kat, I think. But I think the biggest win of the whole month of May was really that I was able to take 4 days off to go away to Cairns. And I'm going to be completely honest, I was stressed like the whole time. I had to do a lot of planning before I went away. Who was going to pick up the car? Who was going to pack the trailer? Blah, blah, blah. All these things that, you know, the boys needed to learn how to do without me there. And Corey has been doing that, and he's going to be here any minute to help me pack the trailer again. But it was, you know, all that prep. That was also when my car broke down. It was also when one of my fryers went, and it was also when the fridge and freezer went. So I went away and I was trying to be present as a partner and a father and a friend. But it was really, really difficult to switch off. Really difficult. But now that I've gone through that and I know that the boys can do it and the boys know that they can do it, I feel like it'd be a lot more easier for me to switch off. So on my days off now, I really do not touch this trailer, right? And I'm really trying to empower the boys to just do it, right? Call me if you need me, but you guys are more than capable of handling any situation that comes your way. And yeah, it's been working, and it's more initiative for them. It's more growth for them. And yeah, it's been a very interesting month. So look, with that being said, I'm going to end the video there. We've got a lot of really good things coming our way for this next month. We're seeing with the consistency not having broken down for like Easter holidays and Christmas and things like that, that we are sort of gaining a bit of momentum. Our weekly sales are slowly rising. We have cut the Thursday, but maybe I can do a video on what it takes for a place to be cut. You know, what we look for as a roadside vendor, when to pull the plug on something when it's not working right. So thank you guys for following along. If this is something that you're interested in, please give us a follow, you know, subscribe to us. I really do appreciate it. It sort of feels like I'm talking to the void at the moment, but I'm sure there's people out there that are really interested. Our business is Wanna Smash. Our Instagram is wannasmash.au. Guys, please follow along. Facebook is Wanna Smash Street Food. And with that being said, guys, I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you.